All right, hello again, everyone, and thank you for joining the April 2021 release video series. Again, I'm your host, Jonathan Morja with CallTrackingMetrics. Today's a little bit different. I have the privilege of speaking with our lead developer and co-founder, Todd Fisher, regarding this special announcement. So Todd and his team behind the scenes have been working on a new agent app. It's a mobile app you can download from the iOS store, focused around the agent and the remote worker experience. So this new and improved app will take some of the frequently used features already in our standard mobile app and compile it into this new remote experience. So I'm not going to dive too far in. I want him to take the reins and really talk a little bit about it. So without further ado, let's go talk to Todd Fisher.
All right. Well, Todd, thank you very much for joining us today. We appreciate you taking out some time out of your busy day. I know you guys are over there developing and grinding on the background, so we appreciate it. Nice to talk to you again.
Yeah, thank you. Thanks for having me today. This is great, exciting.
Awesome. Well, let's dive right in. I got a couple questions for you here. Our audience would like to know a couple things here about our new CTM mobile app that we're offering. So question number one would be, what was one of the driving forces behind the reasoning for getting this new app launched for us?
Oh yeah, great question. So the new app, we wanted to focus on the agent user experience. So we really wanted to create an application that was just focused on end users that are using the phone to make and receive phone calls, receive text messages, handle web chats, and kind of perform their daily tasks of either being sales or support. That was our focus for the new native app.
Okay. All right, great. And while we're talking about that, so if I go to the App Store, I would see two CallTrackingMetrics apps. So what would be some of the differences choosing between the new agent app or our standard CallTrackingMetrics mobile app that you see in there today?
That's a great question. So when we sat down to create the new native app, we didn't initially start to want to create a new native app, but when we started to think about the different use cases and how they diverge, if you're an administrator, if you're managing your call center, if you're a marketing manager reviewing reports, you should continue to use the existing app, the older app. It's designed for you. It's designed to help you manage your team and manage the functions and call routing of your account. The new agent app is designed for you if you're answering phone calls, making phone calls, interacting with customers, or interacting with prospects, then that new app is for you. It's designed for that use case alone. So that's why we end up having two apps. One would be for the administrator and one would be for the agent.
Awesome. Okay, so that gets us right into our next question too, which is nice and easy. I'm assuming that this new app design for the user, the phone interface, the UI, is a little bit more streamlined, like you said, a little bit easier. So what are some of those new features that you guys put in that's going to make it that much better for the person who's using our mobile app as a phone source on the go?
Excellent question. So because it's streamlined, it's easy to adapt, or it's easy to adopt. So the barrier to entry is very low. Like right away, you'll notice in the new app, the functions across the bottom are all oriented around communications. So you have your activity list, you have your contact list, you have your phone, and you have your messages. And it's easy, very easy then to approach and just get started. So the amount of training necessary to use the new app should be near zero. If you're familiar with, let's say, your phone in iPhone and iMessage, then the new app will not be foreign to you at all. It does integrate some of the nice features of CallTrackingMetrics. So you have access to our activity log, which means you can quickly recall information about folks you've talked with in the past. So if you're, let's say, going to meet a customer on site, you've been having phone calls with them, it's been months since your last conversation. So now you're able to go back, listen to those recordings really easily, maybe even reread the transcripts to refresh your memory. So those are some of the examples of things that the new app excels at in comparison to the old app, which had the same capabilities, but amongst many, many other capabilities. So now it's streamlined. You have a much more distilled version a subset of features that we believe are ideal for the agent, the sales rep, the service rep, much more optimized for their use case. Yeah, so that's why we created a new app. It simplifies things.
Awesome, that's great. Well, that's awesome. I know we're going to appreciate that as we use it. I'll be using the app as well. So looking forward to it. One final question here. Now, I wouldn't be doing my job if I didn't ask this, but what other anything else in the future that we got coming down the pipeline here that might correlate to this mobile app, or anything that might be a little taste for our users?
Sure. So, so as we continue to evolve, we're going to be constantly incrementally improving the agent experience and the new app. A couple of things that we have planned to roll out would be some of the more customized apps that people have built inside of CallTrackingMetrics web UI to make some of those available to you in the native mobile app interface. But then also we're thinking about sort of the longer term communications that people have, and thinking about, maybe video conferencing support inside the new app as well. So I would sort of expect to see some of these capabilities come about. There's also a number of other sort of features that we have in mind, but you have to kind of wait and see to find out what those are going to be.
All right, understood. We got that, so appreciate it. But thank you and your team very much. I think our customers as well as our internal employees, we love the work you do. So enjoy. Give you the rest of your day back to you. So I appreciate talking with you.
All right, thank you, John.
All right. See ya.
Bye.
All right, well, there you have it. Our new agent app is ready to go. So for all of you Apple iOS users, go to the App Store and download the CallTrackingMetrics agent app. For all you Android users, Todd and his team are still working on delivering this mobile experience for the Android users soon. So we'll keep you all up to speed when that comes out. But for now, we'll talk to you next time. Again, thank you for your continued business, and we'll speak with you soon. Take care.